Part 132. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1311. Chapter 1311. He's really not a human being. What is your expression? Does your expression mean that you are unconvinced? You are really unconvinced in your heart. What's the use of being unconvinced? This is the result. It has been so long and you still don't know, no matter whether you are convinced or not, no matter what you think in your heart, the reality is that there is no so-called change. When saying this, Lin Na did not hide her situation at all. Hand down as much as you want. It's strange that Sun Yan feels better. And Lin Na can stand here, and she is not just wasting time here. She really looks down on this Sun Yan in her heart, and even thinks that this Sun Yan is garbage. But she also investigated Sun Yan for her own plan. But, it would be better not to investigate. A survey is really a bit disgusting. This guy has really never done anything good since kindergarten. Completely rubbish. Even saying it is really a bit insulting to rubbish. Real. What kind of bullying, what kind of chaos? Hey, how could such a person be compared with Sun Ying-er? It can even be said that there is even a person who abides by the law. It is impossible for her to compare. For such a person, treating her as cannon fodder is really a bit flattering to her. What on earth do you want to say? You have to hit me here and make me give up on Mr. Huo. Let me tell you, if you really think this way, then I hope you really don't think about it. You are completely, it's all in vain. I tell you, no matter what happens in my life, I will only love Mr. Huo. Even if I risk my life to love him, I won't say anything. How to say these words? I really want to be moved as much as possible. I'm really touched. But when Lin Na heard this, she really couldn't help complaining. What you said, you really act like Huo Xiao is the only man in your life. If that's really the case, then it's okay. Hey, what do you mean? Why are you so good? You just like to show off. You are showing off like this, and you are showing off like this in front of me. It is of no use at all. If I really fall for your showing off, if you're scared, that's okay. Lin Na, what do you want to do? Sun Yan was really going crazy now. It's really going crazy. This guy is really. You are asking this as if I am the one wasting time. You are obviously the one wasting time. Well, you keep saying such incomprehensible things here. Do you think it really makes sense? Anyway, it doesn't make any sense. Sun Yan. Lin Na also felt that her time was really precious, and it would be really bad if she really wasted it on this woman. Hey, it's actually very simple for me to come here. I'm here just to help you gain Mr. Huo's trust and gain status in Mr. Huo's heart. No matter how stupid and brainless Sun Yan was, she still laughed when she heard this. Ha ha ha, do you really think I'm a fool? Do you really think I don't know anything? If you believe it, then I will be the stupidest guy in the world. Lena was watching from the side. Looking at this, Sun Yan finished laughing. In such a situation, how could Sun Yan continue to laugh, so she could only glare at this guy fiercely. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1312. Chapter 1312. The strength of Lin Na's output. Do you have any other options now? These words immediately made Sun Yan stop smiling. Then he looked at Lin Na hard. Lin Na smiled. You look at me like this, am I right? You have no other way at all. If you had some way, then you wouldn't be like that just now. You know, is that what you looked like just now? It's really not an exaggeration to describe you as a psycho. I can even say that if Mr. Huo really saw what you looked like just now, he would like you. Then it proves that Mr. Huo has a bad mind. Of course, If you really want such a situation to occur, you can kneel here now and pray to the sky, praying for such a situation to occur. Lin Na, if you have anything to say, just say it directly. There is no need to be so rude. Lin Na raised her eyebrows slightly when she heard this. After all, what he said was like their identities being reversed. Hey, this guy really has no so-called patience. Isn't it really just a dream to be able to compete with Sun Yan and Sun Ying without any patience? Even Lin Na felt that if Sun Yan was really allowed to dream, then it would still be a bit realistic. It's better to dream after all. It's simple, you do what I say and I let you prove your worth. How specific? Then Lin Na said directly. When Lin Na finished speaking, Sun Yan sneered again, it seems that in your eyes, I am really a big fool, I don't even have any brains, you can think of such a method, you are really enough, let me tell you, don't underestimate me, I, Sun Yan, am not someone to be bullied. For example, 3 simple words are like a sharp blade. And this sharp blade was pierced hard into Sun Yan's heart. You have nothing to do now. I have said this so many times. Why haven't you listened? Is it because my voice is not loud enough? If my voice is really not loud enough, then you can just say, I will definitely tolerate you, you know I am very tolerant. After saying this, he directly pulled the person over. And it was a blast of output directed at Sun Yan's ears. The intensity of this output really deafened Sun Yan's ears. Have you heard it now? If you can't hear it anymore, then I can continue to roar, and don't worry, I will stop as soon as you hear me, and I will definitely let you hear it. Such an approach really treats people as fools. This look really made Sun Yan look bad. You think I don't know, you just want to fool me, just to make me look bad in front of Mr. Huo, and make me leave a bad impression in Mr. Huo's heart. Impression, I beg you, Lin Na, no matter how smart you are, you can't just treat people as fools. If you treat people as fools, then you might actually become a fool. Ha ha ha, you are still thinking about the impression you have in Mr. Huo's heart. I really don't know what is going on in your mind. What impression can you have in Mr. Huo's heart? I told you, Mr. Huo doesn't keep useless people around him. Do you think it's okay for you to waste your time like this? End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1313. Chapter 1313. Don't place your hopes on others. The most important thing for you now is to prove your worth. If you prove your worth, then you can have room to move around Mr. Huo. In this case, it will be easier for you to conceive his child, even if it is not nice to say. Once you have a child, doesn't it take just a matter of minutes to get to the top? These words made Sun Yan's eyes light up successfully. Child. Lin Na feels that if she is making cakes, she must draw them better and bigger, so that people will be motivated to eat them. Seeing Sun Yan's look, Lin Na knew that she had never thought of it before. This woman's vision is really too low, and she didn't even think of this. Really are. You have a child, so you are so smart. What about other possibilities, Sun Yan, do you think so? No matter how stupid Sun Yan is, she still knows that a child is more reliable than her husband. After all, the child came out of her belly and is a person with blood from her, so of course it is good. If it is really possible. When this thought appeared in Sun Yan's mind, Sun Yan's heartbeat really started to beat a little faster. However, Sun Yan still had some brains, so she looked at Lin Na, do you really think I am a fool? If you can really do it, then why don't you go up yourself and don't tell me, what do you think about that person? There is no interest in the location, so if you are mentally retarded, you can only lie to children. I see that you still have some brains. Although you don't have much brains, your brains are better than no brains at all. When Lin Na said this, she walked up to Sun Yan. What I want, I can't see it, so I just say something unpleasant. What I want is Huo Linyuan's position. I hope to get Huo Linyuan's recognition and develop my Lin family. By then, I don't have many men who are better than your eyes. I don't know how many times. Sun Yan laughed when she heard this. You are a bit loud when you say this. I'm arrogant, what are you talking about? If you really don't like me, then you have to cooperate with me. Anyway, there are many women who can be my pawns. You can even say that as long as I choose a smart woman, then I will okay, there's no need to waste time here, and I'm not afraid to tell you this. The reason I chose you is for simplicity and convenience. Apart from this, you have no advantages. If you take Joe in front of me, then you are really a bit stupid. Sun Yan's expression changed again. And Lin Na really couldn't stand it anymore. This guy's expression really changes. And it's not pretty. Okay, I really don't have that much time to tell you here. You are just wasting my time. If you really don't want to, then I won't bother you. After saying this, Lin Na walked directly outside. But after walking a few steps, she heard Sun Yan's humiliating voice, I promise, I promise. Even though Sun Yan felt really uncomfortable, she had to admit it. She really doesn't have any cards in her hand now. Absolutely nothing. Now we can only place our hopes on others. But Sun Yan really secretly vowed in her heart at this moment that if she was really given a chance, then she would definitely make everyone pay the price. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1314. Chapter 1314. It's not important, it's really not important. Lin Na started to prepare things after seeing Sun Yan agree. Arrange a series of things. Sun Yan was a little dissatisfied when she found out what Lin Na had done. Even found Lin Na to protest. But Lin Na just glanced at her. This is the difference between you and Sun Ying-er. No matter what you do, you have no brains and no plan. If you really have a plan, then accidents can be written into the plan, so you have a greater chance of winning. Sun Yan was obviously dissatisfied with this answer. Such an answer is completely meant to fool a fool. But now Sun Yan is a chess piece in Lin Na's hands, and there is no way to resist. You can only follow Lin Na's wishes. Just like that, everyone knew about Sun Yan poisoning Sunian. Everyone started talking. And Sun Yan appeared in front of Sunian under Lin Na's arrangement. And after he appeared, he directly said, Sunian, why are you so stingy, why are you so bad at my reputation? You are really vicious, why are there such vicious people in this world? You are really going too far. Sunian was really confused by these words. Then he asked curiously, what are you talking about? Tell me carefully, what I have done, what evil things I have done. If you tell me, if I am in a good mood now, I can really do it. Order something. Sun Yan knew very well that the purpose of coming here was to mess around. But, this words. It's really a bit confusing. Looking at Lin Na secretly from the side, she was really a little disappointed when she saw Sun Yan like this. What does this mean? Isn't this woman even good at messing around? So what else does Sun Yan have? It's really useless. Sunian, I'm telling you seriously. I know you hate me, but you have to know that I am Sun Ying-er's sister, and a blood-related sister. You keep calling me sister, but you treat me like this. Sister's sister, you are really going too far. Sunian really doesn't understand this guy's logic now. I really don't understand this guy's logic. Okay, I was wrong. Please tell me where I went wrong. Please explain to me carefully. Can you stop talking nonsense? I don't even know how to talk nonsense like you. What did you do wrong? You came to trouble me. Don't you just want me to bow down? I don't know anything now. In this case, it's useless for you to talk so much, so don't waste your time. Sun Yan had only one thought when she heard this. Is this Sunian wearing the same pants as Lin Na? Why does Sunian also say this? Why do he always say this? Is it interesting to say that? Even Sun Yan had an illusion. I feel that in the eyes of these people, I am a complete fool. But, but, why do you think so? Why do you think so? It's really a bit stupid to think like this. You can't think like this. You must not be so stupid. Didn't I just drug you? I admit that I did something wrong, but why are you so stingy? You don't have anything to do with yourself. If you don't have anything to do, why are you still showing me around outside? Said, you villain. Okay, Sun Yan admits that this is really a bit silly. But it's not important, it's really not important. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1315. Chapter 1315. Josu can't stand it anymore. Sunian was also stunned. Come and question her about this and this. Sunian didn't even know what to say. I really have never seen such a world, I really have never seen it. Just when Sunian was confused and didn't know what to say, just a figure jumped out directly. And with lightning speed, he gave Sun Yan a hard kick. Such a kick really frightened Sunian. The person who kicked him was none other than Josu. Now Josu's heart is really as scared as he needs to be. You must know how to be proud. After what happened last time, this woman was dangerous in his heart. This woman is a psycho, an absolute psycho. I just had to go to the toilet, so why did this guy appear in front of Sunian? If something happened to Sunian while he was away, then I would really be doomed. It's completely finished. Madam, are you okay? How are you? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have left your side. Can you give me a chance? As long as you give me a chance, then I won't let this happen. Josu now wants to slap himself. He felt like he had said this so many times. But something like this still happened. It's really abominable. When Sunian saw Josu like this, he knew what Josu was thinking, so he said, Josu, don't be afraid, there is nothing wrong with me, you know I am not simple either, how could I let this woman succeed, what happened last time was just an accident. Looking Sunian up and down. When he was sure that there was nothing wrong with Sunian, Josu breathed a sigh of relief. But he still said, Madam, please stop saying such things. If something really happened to you about what happened last time, then Mr. Lee would really peel off my skin, absolutely. It's not a trivial matter. After Josu said this, he turned to look at Sun Yan. At this moment, Josu looked at Sun Yan's expression. It was really like a vicious dog looking at an enemy. It even made Sun Yan feel that this person really wanted to turn into a vicious dog and bite a piece of her body every minute. Skin down. It even made Sun Yan really want to retreat. But Sun Yan thought of her own purpose and stayed. Sunian, what do you mean? You hurt me. You made everyone look at me differently. You even made me unable to see Mr. Huo. You really want me to die? Sunian was really speechless. Hey, what's going on with you today? Please tell me carefully. Tell me what stimulated your brain and what you did. You caused my body to have problems. You are running in front of me like this now. What do you mean? Are you blaming me for surviving and not dying? If I die, then you will have more status in front of Huo Linyuan, and even MRS Huo's position will be lower than that of me. Is yours. But aren't you okay? Since you are okay, why are you still like this? I am a woman. How can you let me, a woman, stand up like this? How can you let others see me? How can I survive? How can you, a human being? You are so selfish, Sunian. Are you really not afraid of being struck by lightning? Don't say this to Sunian. Josu was very angry when he heard this. I really have never seen a woman like you. If that's the case, then I won't be polite. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich John Word. Chapter 1316. Chapter 1316. Yeah, you're right. While Josu was talking, Sunian had been observing the surroundings. Observe where Huo Linyuan is hiding this time. Look at what play is being performed today. But after searching around, no one was found. This is a bit unrealistic. If it had been before, if the male protagonist had been hiding, he would have been so blind that he couldn't see it. Could it be that the plot is different today? This actually made Sunian a little curious. I'm curious about what I'm doing today. I hope this Sun Yan is not just stupid. If she is just stupid, then it would be a bit boring. Sunian, you are fine now, I beg you, and I promise you, I will not do those things in the future. I will not hurt you again. Can you think of a way? I am still young. If you do this, I really have no way to survive. You already have so much, such a good life experience, and such a good husband. Why do you still do this? Can't you let me go? I really have nothing left. What do I have? There's no way to catch it. I'm just a little unwilling. Sunian felt that since the play had gone to such an extent, it would be a bit embarrassing if he didn't do something. Sun Yan, I never thought that your logic is so good. Your logic really makes me don't know what to say. I don't have any so-called advantages. I just like to learn from good people. I think you are really good now. If you are so good, then I will definitely learn from you. When Sunian said this, the smile on his face slowly deepened. Such a smile really frightened Sun Yan. What does Sunian want to do? But the next moment I thought of Lin Na. Lin Na will not ignore herself. Lin Na will never do this. Yes, and Lin Na will definitely not ignore herself. She must persevere and get through it. As long as Lin Na can fulfill her promise, then she will win. With this thought, Sun Yan's face became better. Sunian, what do you mean? What do you want to do? I have been hurt so badly by you. What else do you want to do? I just want to know. What else do you want to do? Do you want my life? Do you want to take my life? Then you will give up. Unexpectedly, Sunian nodded after hearing this. Yeah, you are really right this time. I just want your life, Josu. I want to sell this person to northern Myanmar just to get my heart out. The kind of lungs. Josu's expression changed, and he became a little more embarrassed. Madam, I have never done anything like this before. It is really difficult, but only things that have never been done before can be a bit exciting. Even in her dreams, Sun Yan never imagined that Sunian would be like this. The key is that Josu still comes to pull her. This way, it doesn't look like a joke at all, it even feels a bit real. Sunian, what do you want to do? Don't do it randomly. I'm telling you, don't do it randomly. If you do it, then. Why can't I mess around? Tell me, why can't I mess around? If I really mess around, who can stop me? You or the person behind you? Haha. Sunian said. When he said this, his eyes began to become sharp. What I mean is really simple, Just take out those things of yours and then stuff them in again. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1317. Chapter 1317 Sunian, you pervert. Take it out, and then put it back in. These simple words are really scary. You can't do this. Sunian now really feels that it is better to be a bad guy, and he really feels like he can control everyone. The key is that this feeling is really refreshing. Super cool. Why can't I do this? I learned this from you. Didn't you hurt me before and then say that I'm still alive now, and you're stingy or something like that? If that's the case, I'll follow your logic. Why are you like this? Why are you so anxious? Why are you scared? Josu has been with Sunian for so long, and he still has a tacit understanding. After hearing what Sunian said, he immediately restrained Sun Yan. Then he wanted to drag Sun Yan away. Sunian, you are a pervert, you are really a pervert, you can't do this, you really can't do this, if you do this. Is Sunian also looking forward to the appearance of Huo Linyuan? How long does it take for it to appear? If this Huo Linyuan didn't show up, then his plan would be ruined. This Huo Linyuan should not disappoint himself. Maybe. But following Josu's movements, the male protagonist's shadow did not appear. This situation really makes Sunian puzzled. Is this plot really just a case of Sun Yan being stupid? If that's the case, it's really not fun. Sunian, you can't be like this, you can't be like this, your behavior is against the law, you can't break the law, you can't. Sun Yan was really a little scared now, and now she scolded Lin Na in her heart for who knows how much. All over. Even Sun Yan felt that Lin Na was just playing around, deceiving herself, treating herself as a fool, and playing with herself. At this moment, Sun Yan wanted to shout loudly, shout loudly. But when she thought of the pie that Lin Na drew for herself, her heart skipped a beat. This big cake, if only by chance can really be eaten. What if it can be eaten? Lin Na also knew very well that she was really a bit stupid for doing this. But there is no way, she really doesn't have any so-called chips in her hand. It can only be expected. I hope this Lin Na will be a conscientious person who can. What on earth is Lin Na doing now? Does Lin Na really want to see her die? At this moment, Lin Na's voice rang out, "What are you doing? Why are you so lively? Don't you mind letting me join in the fun?" Sunian looked over when he heard the voice. When he saw Lin Na, he was slightly startled. But at this moment, Lin Na's voice sounded again, "Mrs. Lee, what's in your eyes? Why do I feel that you are disappointed? Who do you want to see and why are you so disappointed? Tell me. I just thought someone would appear here, but I didn't expect you to appear here, so I'm a little disappointed." When Lin Na heard this, she was slightly stunned. The reason why this happened is because I really didn't expect that Sunian would be so direct. So direct, completely. It's really a bit. However, Lin Na was not an ordinary person, and she quickly recovered her mood. "Mrs. Lee, what you said really makes me a little disappointed. Why do I feel that I am a little unlovable?" End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1318. Chapter 1318 Sun Yan still has 2 brushes. Why did you say that? Where did I give you such a feeling? I didn't say anything. Miss Lin, you are really looking for trouble when you say this now. I have dealt with you a few times. But I really didn't expect you to be like this. Mrs. Lee, what do you mean by this? Are you labeling me? Why do you feel like this? Why do you think I'm labeling you? What's wrong with you? Although Sunian didn't have much contact with this Lin Na, Sunian really felt that this Lin Na was not simple. Always appears in places where it shouldn't appear. Perhaps it's because of this look that I find it interesting. And Lin Na was really disappointed now. He really didn't expect that Sun Yan was such a waste and useless at all. Can't hold on for long at all. There is no other way but to do it yourself. In fact, for Lin Na, it didn't make any sense whether Sun Yanqing succeeded. After all, her purpose was to let Huo Linyuan know that she was busy and not lazy. But I really didn't expect that Sun Yan would be such a waste. Even though she was good at making jokes, she didn't last long. Does this woman have any so-called advantages? For such a useless person, she dared to think about marrying Huo Linyuan. She really dared to think about it? There was no other way. Lin Na had no choice but to come out. Okay, Mrs. Li, you really don't need to be so hostile to me. I'm just passing by and just curious. You can also think that I am just joining in the fun. I just have someone to join in the fun. Problem, if you are really unhappy, then you can lose your temper on me, and I won't think anything of it. After all, I am so curious. They say curiosity killed the cat, and I deserve this. When Sunian heard this, he knew that this guy was really not easy to mess with. This matter has also become interesting. Even felt that it was more fun and interesting than being with Sun Yan. When Sun Yan saw Lin Na, it was as if she had seen a savior. As expected, Lin Na was so loyal. However, Sun Yan still had some brains, so she said, Sunian, you can't go too far. Even if you have such great power, you can't sell me abroad. You are trafficking in people. You are really, that's not right. That's right, Sun Yan did this just to let Lin Na know what Sunian did to her, so that it would be easier for Lin Na to deal with Sunian. Although Lin Na has been hiding nearby, she is still far away after all, and may have heard everything the two said, so now she heard this, she was really surprised. Although I knew that this Sunian was not a simple person, I did not expect that this Sunian was so extraordinary. At the same time, I began to wonder what would happen if the Sunian really did this, or to scare people. Now Lin Na feels a little regretful, regretting why she showed up. If I had not shown up, I might have seen a good show. It is really a pity, quite a pity. Sun Yan, what you said was as if I was hurting you. It was obviously your own intention. I followed your intention. Why did you say that? It's just a slap in the face. What you did really made me angry. A bit disappointed. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1319. Chapter 1319 Lin Na takes action. Hakarake. Sun Yan really didn't expect Sunian to say such a thing. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Sunian, can you not think of me as a fool? And I admit that you are indeed very powerful, but no matter how powerful you are, you can't be like this. I am following your wishes. Didn't you say that I harmed you before? I promise you that you can go for a walk outside and appear in front of me intact, okay, Sunian said. When he got here, his expression became serious. If you really don't believe it, then I can swear it to you. Sunian raised his hand. You just said that I was fine, or you were making things difficult for you. Now I promise you that nothing will happen to you. What do you want? And I have sworn it. What else do you want to do? What exactly do I have to do, so that you can happy? Lena looked at the scene in front of her and really didn't know what to say. With the V scene in front of you, if you didn't know better, you would have thought that the person being forced was Sunian. Hey, in this situation, you really have lived for a long time, and you can encounter anything. It is simply a sight to behold. You, Sun Yan wanted to say something, but she didn't know what to say. After all, people like Sun Yan were well informed. But I really have never seen such a scene, I really have never seen it. You, what do you want to say, what are you thinking? I have said it many times. Hey, Sun Yan, my relationship with your sister, I can even say that I regard your sister as my biological sister, that's why I am so tolerant and do what you want because of your sister. If I didn't do it for your sister's sake, I really don't know what would happen. Sunian felt that Huo Linyuan must have wanted to save face, so he thought it would be better for women to resolve matters within themselves. To put it bluntly, no matter what happened between him and Sun Yan, it was a woman's matter, and no one would blame Huo Linyuan. On the body. Hey, if that's the case, it won't be fun. Since this is the case, then let Huo Linyuan see his true ability. Even if you want to make things big, the male protagonist has to do it himself. Except for the male protagonist, other minor characters are not worthy of playing with him. Mrs. Lee, what you said is that you really shouldn't be too anxious. You also said that your sister is also Miss Sun's sister. It can even be said that you are also sisters. How can there be so many conflicts between sisters? So you really don't have to be like this. Lin Na looked like a good person and walked up to Josu. If I remember correctly, you should be Josu. Josu, you can let go of Miss Sunday. Although Miss Sun's temper is a bit bad, her heart is really good. She even said no, it sounds good, Miss Sun has the temperament of a child. As a man, there is really no need to get entangled with a child. If word like this gets out, it will not be good for your reputation. But Josu didn't move at all, he just stood expressionless. Lin Na looked anxious at this time. Hey, Mr. Joe, it's really a bit bad for you to be like this. You see that you are using too much force, which makes Miss Sun's face look bad. Stand up. End of this chapter. The vicious female supporting character's character collapsed after her voice was eavesdropped. Author, R.O. Wich Jong Word. Chapter 1320. Chapter 1320. Sun Yan, you really opened my eyes. Sunian has been looking at Lin Na. This Lin Na really has two brushes. What you said is really good. It sounds like there is brain in it. Sunian is also a little curious now, wondering what Lin Na will do. Immediately gave Josu a look. Josu immediately let go of Sun Yan after receiving Sunian's look. Suddenly, Sun Yan fell directly to the ground. At this time, Lin Na bent down and helped Sun Yan up. And said in Sun Yan's ear, Sun Yan, are you going to back down now? If you really want to back down now, then I don't have any objections, but I still have to tell you that this opportunity is only once. If you cherish this opportunity, then you should stop dreaming in the future. If you dream too much, it will also have an impact on your body. These words made Sun Yan's expression really change. Lin Na was very satisfied with Sun Yan's expression. Even if this Sun Yan is really useless. But it is still more or less possible to top the bag. Sunian, who had been looking at the two of them, said. Now Sunian is really doubting that these two people are blind, or they regard her as a fool, otherwise, why would they discuss things in front of him? This is really a bit irresponsible. Is it good to be super irresponsible? Cough cough cough. Sunian coughed a few times for the sake of his own dignity. Lin Na then focused her attention on Sunian again. Lin Na had a smile on her lips. This smile, how should I put it, really makes people feel extraordinary. It's not simple. Sunian, if that's the case, how about we draw a tie? Let's pretend that nothing happened and let's get back together. In this case, we are still a family. After all, as the saying goes, bow your head and disappear. See you up. Sunian. Lena. Although it was Lin Na who ordered Sun Yan to be as shameless as she wanted, Lin Na really didn't expect that Sun Yan would be so shameless and powerful. Hey, now Lin Na really feels that she made a good move. Sunian, I really don't know what my sister said in front of you, but I really want to say that there is a misunderstanding between us. I am not as bad as my sister said. Can you give me a chance? As long as if you give me a chance, I will definitely prove to you that I am definitely better than my sister. When Sunian heard this, he couldn't help coughing a few times. Ahem, I don't know what you are thinking, but I really think I should remind you that the script you just wrote seems like you are angrily looking for trouble with me. You are really making me unable to react. Can we take it slow? Sun Yan lowered her head. I know what you mean, but what I want to say is that I just wanted to get your attention so that you could see me. Woo, I really know that I was wrong. Apologize to you. Sun Yan also knew that this would not work, but Lin Na said that she just wanted to make the matter bigger. Then anything can be done. Since this is the case, then it can only be this way. Sun Yan, you really opened my eyes a bit. Sunian smiled. At this time, Josu was by her side. Sunian pretended to lean towards Josu. But when he was about to lean on Josu, he stopped. It was as if it suddenly came to mind. End of this chapter.